In today's video, we are going to make a pumpkin spice martini. Stick around. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. My name's Mark, and this is the Average Me channel. And in today's video, we are going to make a pumpkin spice martini. This is kind of a strange one, and boy, did I make a mistake. This is the second time shooting this video. The first time, for some odd reason, this is actually a vodka drink. And you can see I have very little vodka in here, and I thought I would get a backup bottle. And for whatever reason, I went and I grabbed a bottle of rum. And I made the whole video, the whole drink with rum. I got to the end, I tasted it, and I thought, this doesn't taste right. And I looked and I saw what I had done. This glass alone probably has 2 shots of vodka. So, so 2 is the charm, right? I know they say 3 is the charm, but we're going to say 2 is the charm. And I actually have the recipe right here. I'm going to be cutting it in half as we go, because the original recipe is actually for 2 cocktails, and we don't need to make 2 cocktails today. So, our recipes include vodka, half and half. Oh yes, this is like a pumpkin pie. So we're going to use pumpkin pie filling. For sweetness, we're going to add maple syrup. We're going to have a little bit of whipped cream for the top. And we'll be garnishing this with some sugar both for the rim, and we'll sprinkle this on the whipped topping. Now, how do we make this? Well, we have sugar and we have pumpkin pie spice. So I took 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and I took 3/4 teaspoons is what I took of the pumpkin pie spice, and I mixed that all up. And so it makes a really nice mix. And I think we'll start with that. I also have a lemon slice here. And the only job of the lemon is to moisten the rim so we can get some of that sugar to stick. Now, you could just use water, I suppose, if you wanted. But if we're going to do this, we're going to do it upright, aren't we? And there we go. It looks beautiful. So we'll set that aside until we need it for the end. I got to make sure that I have my recipe back here. It did disappear on me. So for the drink itself, we are going to get our mixer. Now, I am not using my Boston shaker today. For the shaker, I'm using the shaker that has the strainer, because we're going to have to strain all this out, as you'll see in a minute. And we're going to start with 2 ounces of vodka. So 2 full ounces, and I think we might be able to make 2 ounces from what's in this bottle. Oh man, almost exactly 2 ounces. So we start with that, and then 1.5 tablespoons of the half and half. So we got a tablespoon here, and I'm going to guess a little bit. I'm going to do 1, and that looks like about half. So 1.5 tablespoons of half and half, and then 1.5 tablespoons of the pumpkin puree. So I think I might need something to help me kind of scrape this out. No, that's falling out of there, okay? Okay, so that's 1.5, looking good. And then we're going to go with 1 tablespoon of our maple syrup. And that's going to add our sweetness. And boy, that's almost all we have in this maple syrup too, so that's good. I'm going to be able to get all new ingredients. We're using everything up. Remember the time when I started shaking with this and I didn't hold the top on? We're not going to make that mistake today. Shake until it gets so cold you can't hold on to it. Oh, and that is cold. Woo-hoo. I know it's starting to look like fall in a lot of parts of the country. Here in southern Florida, it's still really nice and green and warm. Well, I'll tell you, when I'm shaking this, it almost feels like winter. That is cold on your hands. And you want to give it a really good shake because it's got some very thick ingredients in it. You know, it's got that maple syrup. It's got the pumpkin puree. So it's also the reason that you want to strain this drink. And that is just perfect. Cut that recipe in half, and it looks just about right. And we're going to put a little bit of whipped cream topping. So obviously, this is more of a after dinner cocktail. And finally, I thought I would make a peek to it, but that drink is having none of it. And finally, we're going to put a little bit of this sugar and spice mix. And this actually looks really delicious. I'll bet it's going to taste better than it tasted when I made it with rum. Now that is good. That's the way it's supposed to taste. So what's the difference between making it with rum and making it with vodka? Well, vodka has a tendency to pick up the flavors of what's being mixed with it. Rum, well, rum tastes like rum. So it really tasted like it was off when I made this cocktail with rum. But this is absolutely delicious. You know, it's really important, I think, to use that pumpkin sugar on the rim. You get that flavor. When you bring it to your mouth, you get the scent from that mixture and that sprinkle on top. I think it all comes together. The whipped cream, I think if you leave any of it out, you'll be missing out on something. This really isn't my type of drink. I'm not really into the sugary dessert cocktails, but for what it is, it's very delicious. Not bad at all. And how do you like my glass, by the way? I don't know if you can see it has that kind of zigzaggy stem. And I actually got this at Goodwill. It's you know, not the first glass that I found at Goodwill. It really is, especially down here. We have a lot of snowbirds in Southwest Florida, and a lot of people are moving down. And you know, we don't have basements and things in Florida, so a lot of times people get down here and they find they can't keep everything, and you find some really nice things. And I do sometimes shop for unusual glasses at the Goodwill, and like I said, I found more than one, and this is one of those nice glasses that I was able to get there, and it just fits this cocktail perfectly. Well, I hope you give this a try. Maybe for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, I gotta get the whipped cream off the top of my lip, or it'll look like I'm doing one of those Got Milk commercials. I think for Thanksgiving dinner, this would be a real surprise for people to bring out a pumpkin spice martini, or pumpkin pie martini if you prefer. Quite delicious, quite unusual. It's not something that people are going to see every day. So I hope you give this one a try. And I hope to see you back here next week for Thirsty Thursday. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. And don't forget to ring that bell icon way up there. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks again, I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me Channel.